Hi, I'm Joseph Meyer with Allimax Farm, and people have been asking me what happened last week starting on March 21st of 2013. And so I'm doing this video to explain to you what's been happening so that we can answer questions. For the last 4 years, animal rights activists have been ganging up against my business because they don't believe that horses should be used commercially. And last week someone poisoned my horses and killed 9 of them. Someone killed 9 of my best and most beloved horses, horses that we loved and cared for. This has ruined my business, and I had to close it down after 14 years of 20% growth per year. In addition, my family was threatened and we had to go to a safe place. I have to keep my family safe. Why would someone do this and cause such pain? I stood helplessly by while my daughter held a dying foal that she loved dearly. She held that baby horse in her arms, sobbing hysterically, and watched it die. How did this happen? On March 21st, I fed the horses on the farm in York County, and all were fine. I got back from getting a load of hay at 1 p.m., and my daughter's miniature stallion named Poe was dead in the pasture. In another pasture, my biggest Morgan mare, Ruby, was very depressed, and foam was dripping from her nose as she panted for breath. I immediately began a diary of everything that I noticed, hour by hour, and we took pictures of each horse and their symptoms. What horses were poisoned? First of all, the miniature horses owned by my daughter were in a paddock nearest the road on the south side of the house. They all died. In the other big paddock, where I had 8 horses, that also had road access. And out of the 8 horses, 4 died. The 4 that died in that paddock were my entire Quester Morgan breeding stock. They were all mares out of the Quester line. This is a very rare and very valuable line of horses. They were all big 16.5 hand Morgans, very rare, probably the 3 biggest Morgan mares in the world. This line is now gone forever. I had bought this family of horses in Texas. We also lost a baby Welsh Morgan pony named Sandy and another pony named Frankie. People have asked, how do I know it's poison? First of all, the poisonings happened on 2 properties in 2 different counties. They happened 2 days apart. All the evidence shows that it was poisoning. There's no connection to any feed. The symptoms preceding the death of the horses do not match any disease. Our vet said he had never seen a horse with foam coming out of its mouth while it was still alive until ours. Our vet has almost 30 years of experience in the equine industry. The second wave of poisonings were less potent, and I'm referring to the second wave in Lancaster County. The first wave was in York County. 2 days later, we had another incident in Lancaster County of the same kind of poisoning. Of those, only Frankie died. Notice that the smallest horses in each wave of poisonings died very quickly. All the minis, the baby foal, and Frankie. After the first set of poisonings, I took Poe to the state lab where they are doing testing to try to identify the poison. The horses die by basically strangling from lack of air. I talked to 4 vets, and they all said that finding a poison is like finding a needle in a haystack, because anyone can go to a hardware store and buy poison. Just imagine if someone poisoned your dog or your cat, and imagine how I feel after finding 9 dead horses. In Lancaster County at the commercial stable, 5 other horses got sick. The interesting fact is that the poisoner knew me. They knew my breeding program, and they knew which horses I used the most. The 5 horses that got sick were all my personal riding horses, the ones I personally work with, and the ones I used the most. The poisoner knew me. This was not an accident. I ask, what are you going to do? I ask for your prayers. Pray for us to have strength. And pray that the criminals who did this get caught. I need to keep my family safe, and I will help the investigators. Continue to pray for us, and if you know or hear anything, please call the Lower Windsor Township Police Department and ask for Officer Vitko. This crisis has taken all of our resources. If you can help, so we can take care of the horses that remain, please help us. You can contribute through PayPal. I just want to say that I don't understand what has happened in America. There's an agenda that includes animal rights. I'm an animal welfare person. I take care of animals. I love animals. I've been raised with livestock all my life. Almost every horse in my barn is what would be titled as a rescue. I don't call our farm a rescue, but we find when we see a horse that needs help, as my great-grandfather taught us, you step up and take care of it. And I can't understand the thinking of a psychopath that would deliberately poison horses and cause such pain and destruction. I just don't know what is happening in this country. Please pray for us.